¿verdad? Que nos habla de la política nacional y legislación. Mira, todo eso es, esto por lo menos nosotros nos instruye.
Democracia, lo dije hace un rato, delante de nuestro pueblo. Como dijo Lincoln, son definiciones sencillas. Ahora, lo difícil es llevarlo a la realidad. Aquí estamos llevándolo a la realidad. Gobierno del pueblo, por el pueblo y para el pueblo. A una sociedad de incluidos y de iguales, donde no haya exclusión, donde no haya miseria, donde reinen los valores humanos.
For some of his supporters, Chavez has not gone far enough. Familiar obstacles remain from the past, a stifling bureaucracy and widespread corruption. And although poverty has fallen dramatically in recent years, it's far from eradicated. When you drive in from the airport at Caracas, the one thing that shocks a first-time visitor are the barrios, the numbers of poor people. Why is it in Venezuela, which earns so many billions of dollars in oil money, that there still is this poverty in spite of all the changes you've made?
¿Que los pobres de Venezuela siguen siendo pobres? Sí. Yo siempre les digo, no queremos ser ricos. Nuestro objetivo no es la riqueza material. Es vivir dignamente, claro, salir de la pobreza y salir de la miseria sobre todo. Y vivir dignamente, ese es el objetivo. No convertirnos en millonarios, el American Way of Life, no, esa es una imbecilidad. Eso te lo digo un poco porque el tema de la pobreza es un tema al que somos muy sensibles y es el que nos lleva la mayor parte de nuestra lucha de todos los días.
The daily struggle is made easier here. 10 years ago, this clinic would not have been dreamed of. Now, all over Venezuela, ordinary people have free health care, many seeing a doctor for the first time in their lives.
Están haciendo un documental sobre Venezuela. Perdona la interrupción.
For the first time, children of the poorest have a full day at school and at least one hot meal a day. They're learning history and music and dance, often for the first time, and all of this is free. Under the Constitution, the poorest housewives are now paid as workers.
Desde el mismo nivel y vamos todos, nos preocupamos del compañero que...
There is now close to full literacy thanks to classes like this, catering to those like Mavis Mendez, aged 95, now reading and writing for the first time.
Significa mucho para nosotros. Yo lo único que lamento es que no esté más joven para seguir aprendiendo mucho más.
Porque nunca habíamos tenido un gobierno que se preocupara por la gente pobre, pues, o que lo enseñaran a leer, a escribir, nada de eso.
Pienso que nunca es tarde para superarse uno.
This is East Caracas, home to some of the wealthiest people on earth, and what they call here the middle class. I dropped in on John Vink, who agreed to show me around his grand house.
Wow, this is such a striking house.
Thank you.
My goodness.
Thank you.
Yes. You've been here long, have you?
Yes, I did.
This is the family home?
My family home. We grew up here.
John Vink has travelled the world, collecting objets d'art.
Have you collected all the silverware? Chandelier, is that?
Yes, that one I brought from Spain.
Yeah.
This is a collection of Delft blue. That's why I have them over there so they don't break. This is from Peru. It's silver.
But you're thinking of leaving?
Yes. Yes.
Why is that?
Well, the situation of the country. It's getting day by day worse, and so.
In what way? Can you?
In the political way.
Yeah.
We thought that this gentleman that's now in power, that he would change the whole situation, because it was a mess.
Yeah.
But now it's a whole mess.
John Vink's view is echoed by Venezuela's powerful media. Mostly privately owned, it combines banality with hardline anti-Chavez politics.
Al regreso, veremos otros peligros en las nuevas decisiones oficiales.
Que Venezuela se enrumba hacia un régimen muy similar al que impera en la isla de Cuba.
Etcétera. Pero a nivel del gobierno, que es el socialismo del siglo XXI, sencillamente el control total por parte del Estado de la sociedad, pues.
I mean, a number of journalists now say, well, there is censorship. They have been censored.
How can that be? They speak out every morning. They have their shows every day. They speak out, you know, constantly against the government every day. I mean, how can they say this?
I don't know if you have seen the programs that they have. Well, anybody that comes to Venezuela and spends 2 days looking at these channels knows that there's no censorship in Venezuela. You just have to sit down and see those opinion programs between 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock in the morning.
Hugo está evolucionando de fascista a nazi. ¿Qué es un nazi con diferencia a un fascista? Fundamentalmente que el nazi asesina.
I mean, I don't think in any part of the world you hear the things that they say about President Chavez, about his cabinet, his ministers, the governors, the policies, whatever. I mean, it's even obscene in some ways.
It seems to me that everything, including the weather, is being blamed on Mr. Chavez.
Nobody blames Mr. Chavez for the weather because it's the only thing left which still works. Okay, all the other thing fell apart entirely. We're talking here 1914, Bolshevik revolution, Russia. This is what's taking place here. And if you go now to...
Wait a minute. Look, we're sitting here in your wonderful apartment overlooking Caracas.
In Venezuela, you say, es su casa. This is your home.
And if you're comparing this with the Bolshevik Revolution, there are no revolutionaries banging on your door, and none of your companies have been invaded. Your good life hasn't really changed. It hasn't changed, has it?
Yeah, but as I said before, it is now on a wait-and-see position. If I had come today on a 2-year contract, as I did in 1976, I would fulfill my contract, pack my luggage and go, because I don't see any more future.
His critics accuse Chavez of building another Cuba, of being another Castro. And although he recently announced temporary presidential powers that bypass Parliament, he maintains that his aim is solely to speed up reform. The irony is that unlike Cuba, capitalism has never had it better here. At the Caracas Motor Show, Ferraris and other luxury cars are sold. Smart restaurants and private golf courses and weekends in Miami are booming. What this class has lost is political power over a huge oil economy.
I think Venezuela, because it is an oil economy, its middle and upper classes are very much biased towards the U.S. and the American way of life. In a way, they think they are cosmopolitan. They don't feel that they are from this country or that country. They belong to the world. They belong to this kind of privileged people of the world.
Miami?
Miami, New York, Paris.
We adore Miami. Miami is our second home. We discovered Miami because Miami formerly was, it was a village. And we were so rich, we went to Miami and we bought houses, apartments, bungalows, boats, cars, everything we bought in Miami. We were the owners of Miami. And so we are very U.S. minded.